welcome to another new update. The pack is now in version 1.6.0, and they've changed a few things around. Did a lot of tweaking. I don't know how it affects us right now, though. I also put some walls and a roof up over this Ars Nouveau area, and added some pedestals so that I don't have to keep taking them down and putting them up again. And I found this worn notebook. It's the manual for Ars Nouveau, and I remember crafting it, but I don't remember where I'd put it until now. Anyway, there's some quests involved. First off, energy conversion. We did that in Nature's Aura, but it involves Ars Nouveau stuff. Interesting when you think about it. After all, that does technically mean that, in theory, I should be able to convert FE into source and back. Let me see here. If I were to go over here where I put the thing, where I put the converters, I want to say, between source and... Yeah, here we go. Energy to source. Well, I'd like to get serious about this. Yeah, any FE can fed into this device will be converted and set to nearby source jars. Otherwise, it'll be converted into aura. Well, in that case, I'm going to have to watch myself. After all, I don't want any excess aura. I'd prefer it to be source, at least right now. This is a dim resonating crystal. What about the rest of them? Bright... and... ooh, positively iridescent. Do I have any ingots of the skies? Yeah, apparently I do. So I can make a nice block of source, some glass panes, and some vexing archwood. Alright, where's the dim one? I'll put it back. I've only got 3 panes left over. And that's a pain. Unless it's possible to remove the dye from these glass panes. That would help. That'd be a big help. Okay. And I can easily whip up some source gems. I don't know why I left this open. Okay, let's get back in here for a bit. I should have some lapis lazuli. Okay. And that's the last one. There. I've got a vexing archwood log here. Oh, there's my crafting table. I was getting just a bit concerned here. Alright. So I guess I don't have to burn coal anymore. I'll put it here, I guess. And if I ever need any more source... This is 94% full. It's a little too close to being filled up for me to really concern myself with refilling it as of right now. But later, I might actually try this thing out. I've still got this nitro energy cell. they've expanded upon certain, I want to say, familiars. I hesitate to use the word pets, because that would expose the fact that I'm not really a pet person and never did like the idea of, no matter if they're fictitious or otherwise, having these things working for me with no real, how do you say, future. Oh, and this thing, I might as well claim it anyway, just for the sake of claiming it. Did I get anything out of that that was... I guess not. I was hoping for new spells. Anyway, when we left off, I was here. Now, all you really do to make these robes is take some armor that you already have and use Mage Bloom fibers in the enchanting apparatus. I had to move this crystal ball here, it's getting in the way. So throughout all my dungeon raids, I have amassed quite a few different sets of armor here. Let me see if I can... Well, let me test something here. Let's say I have these iron boots. Ah, they do work. And what about this chainmail chestplate? Ah, it doesn't work. I guess they have to be a certain strength in order to work. And iron is that minimum strength, so I'll just take a set of iron armor, which has long been superseded. The reason I'm going the battle mage route is just in case I need to use this armor to in a fight with something. It's best to be prepared. Now I've put all my magic stuff in here, including what's necessary to make the essences. There's air here, fire, earth, water, a couple other things that I may or may not need. And yes, I did take a Wither skeleton skull off of one of the pentacles for from occultism. So, let's see. Yeah, looks like it's whirring. And now the chest. The pants. And the boots. And that's the whole thing. One suit of armor, which I suppose I ought to make another armor stand for. And my reward is scavenger stuff. It's not bad in and of itself. Especially now with the ender pearls. How did I forget to put this away? Alright. And you can also apparently make alterations. I wonder what that does. You apply these threads. What do they do? Oh, you can add magical powers to the threads. Like, you can increase potions, ramp up your speed, consume. Oh, saturation from consumed food. That icon's getting in the way. Spell damage. Threat of Undying. Well, I'm not going to waste a totem on that. Gliding. Well, I've already got a broomstick. You can burn people. Increasing the amount of time you can breathe underwater. There's a wide variety of magical power that you can put in your threads. Gotta make them first, though. There we go. Now that's my alteration table. It's a scribe's table with mage bloom threads. Well, that's nice and simple then. It gives me a chance to use up the rest of this archwood here. What has got like an off number of slabs here. Okay, let's get this over here and that over there. Now, where would I put this thing? Here maybe? Oh, forgot this goes lengthwise rather than widthwise. So I would put it, here, yeah. Tell you what, how about I put it facing the other way? Like that. Yeah, now I can look out the window. I had to use this again. There's just the amount of magical damage taking. It's freezing on a target. Maximum mana. I think I have a suit that does that. Increases the amount of fall damage. Too many rabbit hides. This sounds like it. Then again, it uses an anvil, and anvils. Do I? Yeah, I use anvils. Yeah, I use anvils. Life drain. Grants an additional stack of looting. But I need the shards and a rabbit's foot, and I don't want to kill a rabbit just for doing that. I don't know, maybe I'll do that one, the shocking one. Now we need air essence. And for that I need source gems. And my set of air essence stuff. The other thing he needed was a lightning rod. That's it right there. And one of these things, a flash pine. It's one of the fruits from the trees, those archwood trees. Now, if only I knew how to make them grow in my own archwood trees in the grove there. I can think of a way, but okay, so I'm gonna make it so that my well, first I gotta enchant the thread. One, two, three, four. Put the thread in the middle like that. And there we go, electric thread. Alright, so how do I use this thing? Put the equipment on the right hand side. Display the slots. Let me see if I can actually do this. I know there's more details. Ah, yeah, here we go. Then, so I apply the shock thread. And yeah, there it is. Shocking 1. So that's how you alter these clothes in order to add effects to them. And my reward is spellbooks. Or should I say a spellbook? So, a ritual brazier. It's, I suppose, like an enchanting apparatus, except you burn stuff to make magic instead of infuse stuff, I guess. Especially if you have to tab like to gather process and optional reagents. So I suppose it's a bit like chemistry and a magical Bunsen burner. To get it going, right-click with a tablet. If the extra materials are required, you throw them on the flame. Once everything is set, right-click again to finalize the ritual. Okay, so how do I make this thing? An arcane pedestal, a block of source, and 4 gold ingots. Well, that means I need 5 source gems here. One for the pedestal, 4 for the block of source. And since I seem to be running a... Oh, I didn't mean to make that extra one. But since I seem to be running a bit low on source, let's see if how this... Maybe I should... Maybe there's a different way to connect it or something. Yeah, here we go. Okay, looks like it's slowly and steadily filling that jar. Anyway. Oh, and where did I put my gold? Yeah, here. Well, I'm thinking about it. I better take this out. I mean, it's kind of obsolete right now. Now that I can convert electricity directly into source. Ah, there we go. Now, where to put this? I don't know, maybe here-ish? Yeah, you put the reagents in there, click the tablet 2 beforehand, and then right-click to finalize. Now, I've gotten some of these as rewards. Overgrowth, harvest. Oh, and I got this too, and an amethyst golem charm. The Tablet of Awakening. It makes trees and budding amethyst and stuff come alive. Into wheeled walkers and amethyst golems, and they keep. They're like golems to villages. Well, these things are to us like amethyst golems are to, as regular golems. I mean, are to villages. Although amethyst golems apparently just harvest amethyst. They can encourage growth of amethyst too. Better take this out. Doesn't really have much room for error, does it? But I suppose. Yeah, I suppose these golems need a golem charm to get them going. Okay, so another Sorcerer's Delight and a Tablet of Burrowing. It digs 4 adjacent holes to bedrock. Does that mean that they can dig bedrock? That's weird. I mean, if you fall through the bedrock layer, you fall into the void, and well, that's pretty much the end for you. Where does it say anything about... Oh, wait, there it is. Digs 4 adjacent holes to bedrock, dropping any... Well, that's not very informative. Does that mean it digs up bedrock? Yeah. Bit risky for my taste. I seem to be running out of storage space. I'm gonna go grab myself another backpack, another empty backpack. Alright, there we go. Put that down over here. I suppose I can store all my tablets here. Oh, and I must have gotten this here too. Now these for fertility and harvest, they must be used for farming. If I had a farm... you just get baby put on MSG. What dialect is that supposed to be? Is it even supposed to be a dialect? Still, MSG. Well, in this case, it's magically sustained gestation, but ordinarily it would stand for monosodium glutamate. It's a preservative, and not one I'd rather ingest too much of. Or any if I can help it. Okay, let's see. What about this? Tablet of containment. You can take creatures and draw them into containment jars, but you can still interact with them. If to release them from the jar, you cast dispel. I guess that's like it's like erasing the spells. That's what dispel means. Okay. Anyway, I need some of this kind of essence. Starts with M. Manipulation. Yeah. Manipulation essence. Vexing Archwood in 3 bottles. There. Okay, so I have to put the brazier down within a mob, and so you put the brazier down, use a tablet on it, it'll ignite, throw some additional, I guess this one doesn't require additional items, but some do. Then right click afterwards. If it needs source, it'll get it. Oh, and you can make the sun come up apparently. That's a quest too. And it'll be a pretty handy one when you think about it. And it gives you containment jars, you know, the jars that you put entities in. Although one thing I'm curious about is if there are any other kinds of ways of capturing entities that are a little more mundane.